Location of the crash site of the missing plane off Kalimantan was confirmed late yesterday. There were emotional scenes as pictures of floating bodies were broadcast on Indonesian television. Relatives of passengers on the AirAsia flight watched the tragic footage together after gathering at Surabaya airport, where the aircraft departed from. Indonesian President Joko Widodo says he's instructed search and rescue teams to focus on finding all the passengers and crew. Mr. Widodo says his thoughts and prayers are with the families.
And for the families of passengers and crews, once again, I can share your feelings. We pray all the families of the passengers and crews be strong to face this difficult moment. That's all that I can say at this moment.
The bodies were found in Java Sea waters, about 10 kilometres from flight QZ8501's last communications with air traffic control on Sunday. The discovery came after several pieces of red, white and black debris, AirAsia's colours, were spotted off Kalimantan. AirAsia Group CEO Tony Fernandez says the discovery of the plane's wreckage doesn't change the heartache felt by the families of the passengers.
It doesn't change anything. The only slight benefit is that for the people in there is some closure. This is a scar with me for the rest of my life. It doesn't change anything, but a very little percent there is at least some closure as opposed to not knowing what's happened and holding out hope.
Jeffrey Thomas is the Managing Director of airline safety and review website airlineratings.com. Speaking to CNN, Mr. Thomas has described the possible fate of the aircraft following an analysis of the debris.
I expect that the plane fuselage probably split in two. If it had sunk intact, then we wouldn't have the bodies on the surface. So obviously there's been a breach of the fuselage and various debris has floated to the surface and some passengers. I think they're going to find the majority of the passengers in the aeroplane strapped in.
About 30 ships and 20 aircraft from Indonesia, Australia, Malaysia, Singapore and South Korea have been searching for the plane. Indonesian President Joko Widodo has thanked the international search and rescue teams involved in the operation.
I want to thank and appreciation to head and rescue team, military, police and volunteers and all communities for their support given to us to find the missing plane and all the passengers and all the crews. And thank you to all countries who helped us to find the plane, countries from Singapore, Malaysia, Australia.
Work will resume later today on recovering more bodies from the wreckage of the aircraft.